sick of, so I started wearing press-ons. This video is gonna be a ramble, by the way. Oh my god, is that a personal plane flying around in circles? I don't know. It's just gonna be a ramble for today. Today, just to sit with each other and get some personal connection. If you need love, if you need a friend, if you need a best friend on the internet, then here I am for you today. Signed, sealed, delivered. I'm yours today. For some tingles, some comfort, some relaxation, whatever you need. So this will be a lot of nail tapping, hand movements, and just rambling, if that's chill with you. Nothing that I'm gonna say is like earth-shattering, life-changing information. So if you are like trying to stay awake to listen to what I'm saying, don't feel like you have to. Just feel like you can rest. You can sleep if you want to. You do not have to try to stay awake to hear me. It's not that important. Just rambles, okay? And I highly encourage you as well to grab a beveroo, which in Brooke language means a beverage of your choice. I have an iced coffee today. That I made myself with some JAVY. And if you don't know what JAVY is, it is a coffee concentrate. And you can mix it with milk or water, hot or cold, and make your own delicious, high quality. Sorry, my car just made a noise. That's the only time that'll happen. But when I've listened to it back before, you couldn't really hear it on camera anyway. But so that's why I'm not cutting it, because there have been so many times that I've cut the video, and then I'm like, you couldn't even hear it anyway. So hopefully you couldn't. But I will link JAVY down below. This is not sponsored by JAVY. They have not sent me free product in a very long time. I bought it myself, and I just love it. But I have a 20% off coupon code. It saves me hella money because it's so much cheaper than going to get an iced coffee at like Starbucks or Caribou. Here in Minnesota, I don't know about where you guys live, but an extra large, like a big size iced coffee here is literally like $9 with a tip $10. It's like, okay, it's like $8.60 something for my coffees, and I tip, and so it's like $10. And yeah, this is like $20 for a bottle. That's 35 servings, so much better deal. Anyway, I'll link it below. There's also a maintenance man who is driving around in his truck here at the cemetery, and I'm really just hoping that he doesn't come up to me and go like, ma'am, what are you doing? Because I'm not doing anything wrong. There's no rule that says that you can't sit in your car in a cemetery and film or whatever. Like, there are no rules. connection and you like just talking, rambling, I do have a second channel. It's a vlog channel where I just chit-chat, normal voice, not ASMR. And I will link that down below as well. And it's really good for me to feel like I have friends and feel like some kind of connection and love from an online community. And it's also good for you guys because it's like company while you're driving home from work, making breakfast in the morning, folding endless loads of laundry, whatever the case may be. I just chat about life, I update you on personal stuff that's going on, talk about certain specific topics sometimes, like if it gets brought up. Sometimes I need to vent and rant over there. It just all depends on the mood, but they're kind of like this, where it's just like us talking. There's just not a trigger aspect to it. So yeah, I was sick of, I think maybe that's what I was talking about, but I was sick of, like, okay, so I started doing press-ons, and I really only keep them on. I use the sticky glue pads, and I really only keep them on for like 1 to 2, maybe 3 days maximum, and then I like switch them out, but usually they're on for like a video and that's it. And I was sick of like taking my press-ons off and just having my nails be super like short, stubby, and plain on the inside. And I also wanted that extra barrier of the gel to keep my nails protected, growing, healthy, because they're really starting to be super healthy under there. And all of that thin, brittle nail that was like damaged has been growing out, and so that part is almost gone, and it's almost completely like back to my healthy nails. And so I just wanted to keep that health and growth going. So I do have my nails done underneath these. It's just a sparkly purple, and there's a car that's driving by. But anyway, this is a patron of the cemetery, so I hope I'm not in their way. Anyway, if I am, I'll move for sure. I don't want to be disrespectful, but yeah, if you can see any like of the pretty gel peeking through, that's what that is. It's not like dirty or anything like that. You can see the car driving behind me. I always think that, let me just make sure I'm not in the way. I always think, oh, maybe I'm going to be, yeah, he's probably going to drive past. Of course, he has to go exactly where I'm going. But, just make sure here that I don't have to move, that I'm not in the way. He's not getting out of his car. He drove right on by. He just drove around me. So I think he might be lost, just searching for a site, I think. But yeah, so the nails are not gonna look as perfect, but they're still pretty from like far away for the video, for the visuals of the long nails and the sounds. Then when I take them off, they're pretty too. If you are still here watching this video, leave me an airplane emoji in the comments below. An airplane emoji. It really helps with the algorithm. And I've been noticing that the videos that I ask you to leave a comment, they get literally like 4 or 5 times more comments than videos So I was just like keeping her at home because I work from home. Obviously I can keep her at home, so I was like, I'd rather, if I'm able to, keep her at home rather than send her to school and possibly get someone sick. So but at the same time, I really want her to be in school. I want her, I'm paying for it, so I like want her to go to school. And also I need my time by myself, bestie. I need my time by myself. So I was just like really crossing my fingers that they would say she could go to school. And he was like, listen, she doesn't have a fever. She has been sick for over a week. She's not contagious anymore. He was like, she's not having trouble breathing. As long as she doesn't have a fever, she's good to go to school. And I was like, are you sure? And he was like, listen, every other kid in her class has the same cough. My kids have it right now. Every kid has it right now. It's unfortunate, but it just is what it is. It's that time of year. And I was like, you're right. I just always assume that it's just me. It's just my kid. And I would be the only one sending my kid to school with a runny nose or a cough. And so I never do it, but like, I was just thinking, what if I wasn't at home? Like, if I had a job that I could not take a day off, if I could not miss work, she would have to go to school. So, yeah, like, I don't know. I was just really grateful to get that doctor's note saying she could go back. So she is back in school today, and I drove up here. It's pretty far away, but I found it by happenstance, this cemetery, because this weekend I went to a friend's pumpkin patch that happens to be up here, and I took Rosie to the pumpkin patch, and it was so much fun for her. It was so much fun. But on the way home from the pumpkin patch, literally like a mile down the road, I was like, oh my god, a new cemetery that I've never been to. And it's quiet, it's surrounded by farm fields, it's large, you can drive into it and just sit and film. So far so good. And I was just like, this is gonna be my next cemetery that I go park in, because I do this all the time. So I was just like excited to find a new cemetery. And so once Rosie went to school today, I just drove straight here. Again, it's a bit of a drive, but that's okay. I don't mind. Driving a little bit. I found a good cemetery last week to drive to, but the problem was, this is what reminded me of it. The problem was, it was right by Minneapolis St. Paul Airport, like the big airport in Minnesota, and it was right by there, so it was so loud. Literally every minute and a half to 2.5 minutes, I would have to stop the video because an airplane would be flying right overhead. And I was like, this will not do. This will not do for us. This will not work, bestie. So I was happy because I liked the cemetery, but I was like, I need to find another one. And maybe this will be the one, I don't know. I am a little like sketched out by a cemetery when I see like a maintenance person or a worker, like a security person driving around, because I know that they're watching me like sit here almost like I'm a shoplifter in a store, or like a person who's like looking like a shoplifter, like I'm just walking around in circles. I've got my big purse. I know that people are looking at me like, what are you doing? And so I know that this maintenance person is probably looking at me like, what is she doing? Maybe not in an accusatory manner, but just in an incredulous, like wondering manner, like, what is she? Is she doing drugs in the car? Is she filming an doing. So, yeah, but I did bring some books, not to read in this video, but if I was able to stay long enough to read in my next video that I filmed today, Scary Stories to Tell in the Dark, I brought 3 books and I thought it would be fun, like spooky Halloween vibes, to be in a cemetery and read some spooky stories. Since they're for kids, they're obviously not like super scary, which is good because we don't want to be insanely scared during ASMR, do we? I'll do that too, I don't mind. But yeah, I just thought it would be a little spooky, spooky, spooky for you, for you, for you. So yeah, we're gonna do that. And yeah, it's just a beautiful day here in Minnesota today. There's not a cloud in the sky. It's just a beautiful, you can't tell in the background, but it's a beautiful blue sky day. It's not breezy. It's chilly. It's like 45, but it's just so nice. Like, you don't have to wear a jacket. Again, keep in mind, this is Minnesota, so if you're from like Arizona or Texas listening to this, you're like 45. But trust me, here in Minnesota, when it's 45, we can just wear a little sweater and be just fine. Or if it's springtime and 45, I'm not joking, I'm not saying it to be funny, we will wear our swimsuits and go to the beach and lay in the sand and tan. Like, fall 45 and spring 45 are 2 different things, because fall, we're coming down from summer, so we're like, ooh, it's chilly. But in the spring, when we're coming up from like negative 30 degrees, and it's suddenly, what would that be, 60, 75 degrees hotter than that at 45 degrees, and the sun is out and it's a beautiful day, we will be busting out the t-shirts, the tank tops, the shorts. We'll get our little white legs out, our pale, pasty, ghostly white legs, and we will wear our little shorts and flip-flops when it's 45 in the spring. In the spring, in the spring, spring, spring. So, yeah, I am a happy girl. It is beautiful today. It is beautiful. I'm very happy. Very happy, and I'm happy to be here spending time with you as well. Makes me happy. And with my ghost face nails, I also have my ghost face sweater, sweater, sweater. No, you hang up first. If you guys don't know, I have a candle company that I make my own hand-poured candles and wax melts. They're 100% soy. I make them in small batches of 5 or fewer in my kitchen. And they're eco-friendly, 100% recyclable packaging, and clean burning because they're soy. They are also made with a lot of love from me, and I will link them down up because one of my best-selling candles is called No You Hang Up First, and it has ghost face on it, laying on a bed with his little feet up, and he's talking on the phone, and it's like so cute, and it smells incredible. So I will link that below along with a 10% discount code for you. And also keep in mind, any order over $35 gets free shipping domestically. So if you are just buying one candle, it's going to be just under the $35 limit. But if you buy 2 candles, if you buy a candle and a wax melt, it will but I did this small show because I really just, I wanted to, and I'm excited to do it. I needed a little nudge to get back in the game, and so it's gonna be a fun show though. There's gonna be face painting, there's gonna be like booth decorating, so we're gonna decorate our booths, and the vendor who has like the best decorated booth will get a prize. The kids are gonna be coming in costume and trick-or-treating, so I'm gonna have a bucket of candy for them, and it's just gonna be fun. It's gonna be a really fun little show, so I'm excited to do that this weekend, and a little bit nervous because it's my first show in a while. I did one show in July. It was a banger. It was such a good show. It was my biggest money-making day that I have ever had, and it set a new record for like the most money I've ever made at one show in one day, and now I have that record to beat. But yeah, it was a great show. It was the Hopkins Raspberry Festival, I think is what it was, and it was in Hopkins, Minnesota, so it was a bit of a drive again, but it was well worth it. It was a great show. Great. And then, yeah, my job for the rest of the day after I'm done filming is going to be to scope out some more Christmas shows, because I was counting on doing this one particular show that I did last year, and you can like, it goes every day, so you can just pick any day that you want to do it, and I was literally going to do it every single day in the month of December, but I have not heard anything about that show yet, so I don't know if they're doing it. I don't know if they're gonna have a market there with vendors, because last year was their first year doing the vendors, and they had done like the show many years in a row, but they had never had like a specific vendor market in the show, and so I'm not sure if they're gonna even be doing it again. I don't know what the deal is, but I was really counting on that to make a lot of money in December, and now I'm just like, I don't know what to do. So I was just like, yeah, now I'm just going to have to try to find other shows to do in the month of December. So that's my goal for today, is just to do that, and to, did you hear my throat just there? That was so weird. It sounded like there was another person inside my body coming out. But that's my goal for today, is just to find some other shows to do, because December is my money-making month. If you're a small business of any kind, you know that December is your month to hustle and to work every minute that you possibly can. November and December are the Christmas months. The Christmas months where people are buying gifts, and it's also perfect like candle season time, because it's cold, it's cozy, and everybody wants a candle. So yeah, I just have to work as much as I possibly can in December. So yes, that is my goal for today, is just to search those out. But I wanted to come and film for you first. Because that's what makes me really happy. It brings me so much joy. And I hope you can tell that. I hope that it like radiates through the screen, and that you can like hear it in my voice. You can see it on my face. I am so happy to be here. I'm so happy to be filming every day. It brings me so much